phenology is studying the cycles and rhythms of nature, and when you apply it to your garden, it can help you figure out those times for when to plant and when not to plant. So that's something that a lot of us do by calendar dates, last frost dates, things like that. But it's a little bit tricky to do in years when maybe your seasons are changing and shifting. A lot of seasons, obviously the climates are changing because, we saw last year that the USDA changed a lot of people's hardiness zones. Maybe you're a little warmer, or maybe you're even just a half of a zone warmer. So that can maybe cause a shift in our gardening habits. But one of the things that might be a good reliable sign for you is to use phenology. And when it comes down to it, if you check it out, there's actually about a handful, maybe 5 to 8, maybe 10 plants that if you follow along with these few plants, they are signals for a lot of planting in the spring. So here we're looking at a young lilac plant bush that is just starting to flower, and lilacs are one of those plants that you see crop up in these old adages, what some people might call old wives' tales, that tell you when to plant. So the lilac leaves are just starting to grow here. According to the old wisdom, this is a good time to plant things like parsley and chervil. You'll see over here I've got some daffodils in a bed that I've held off on cleaning out, trying to give the pollinators and overwintering insects a boost. Cold hardy things like spinach, a lot of root crops can get direct seeded in the ground according to conventional wisdom when the daffodils are out. Forsythia, that's another example of one that the old timers used and said that, things like when the forsythia is blooming, you plant the peas and onions. And frankly, the weather these days seems like it's just right for that. So, this and several other plants are pretty neat, to be able to watch them and use them as your sign. And maybe as our kind of traditional modern times of planting are changing and we're not sure if we can trust them anymore, maybe we need to trust a little more in Mother Nature.